Hey guys, how's it going? Kulprit here, and today I'm going to bring you definitely a bit different video. I'm going to talk about my Q&A video that I've been putting off for a couple weeks. Apologize for that, I'll get into that a little bit. But by far the number one question I got out of the hundreds of questions I got were, what do you look like? And so I wanted to really try my best to accommodate that with these videos. I was trying to use a HD camcorder that I already own. We bought when my son was first born and barely ever used it. So I was kind of excited to actually have a use for it finally. But it just logistically didn't work. I didn't know how to get it set up height-wise and get it set this way where I could use it for live comms, things like that. So I finally broke down the other day. Just got a webcam, and it made it much easier. So here we go. This is what it looked like. I was kind of put back or taken back by the fact that that's what everybody wanted to know. But I get that. Curiosity gets to you. You know, you want to see what this guy whose voice you've heard a lot looks like. Here it is. I know you guys want a little visual to go with the voice. This is the best I could do. Sorry, guys. And to the ladies, yeah, I'm talking to the one or two of you that I know are out there. I'm taken. I'm sorry. Wife's got me locked down. So, on to my Q&A questions. Feeling a little goofy, feeling a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. It reminds me of my first commentary I did. I'm obviously very comfortable talking into the mic now, but as far as being on a camera, it's a little awkward. And I apologize because apparently they're choosing right now to mow the lawn next door. Third thing I'm going to apologize for, it is really, really hot. So if I start to sweat and whatever, please excuse that. It's about 90 degrees here today, and I don't have AC in this room. I have an overhead fan, but it's not doing a hell of a lot. And the only reason I'm being able to make this video right now is because it's so hot that we cut out of work. There's just nothing we could do. So I'm home early, boys are at daycare, wife's working, empty house. I finally got a chance to do the video. I wanted to make sure I did it for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these. I'm going to probably record them all at once, but I'm going to do at least 2 videos, maybe 3, depending on how long they run. One is going to be my personal Q&A questions that were oriented to me personally, my personal life, away from gaming, things like that. Another one is going to be gaming-oriented, YouTube-oriented. And then I'm either going to mash the last ones together, or I might even do a separate one that's just Battlefield 3 focused or Battlefield focused, because I had a couple of them too. Really just kind of depends how long the videos run. So look forward to at least one other video aside from this one, maybe 2. And I'll probably do these in an ongoing measure. So if you guys watch this and new questions come up, please feel free to ask again. Just post them in the comments. And I'll, once I get a decent amount, or, ones that intrigue me and I want to answer, I will do a whole other video. So today I'm going to do the personal oriented questions, because I feel like these are probably the coolest ones. They're probably, like as far as between me and you, sub and YouTuber, the most important in that sense. It lets you get to know me a little bit and who I am, what I'm about. I mean, most of you kind of have an idea now. I'm basically a family man, married, a couple kids, work all the time, unfortunately, and I'm crazy about Battlefield 3, and I just got into YouTube, obviously. So I'm going to just run down. I have all the questions right here. I'm going to run down the ones. I just pulled them right off the YouTube video questions, and answer them as best I can. Some are silly, some are serious, and let's try and have some fun with it. So first one is, where are you from in the U.S., city, state? And who did you vote for? Who do you vote for come November, and why? This is by 899 Sarajevo. Well, obviously the second part of that question I'm going to abstain from. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm a big believer that you don't talk publicly about your politics or religion. That's just how I am. I have my own personal beliefs, and that's what they are. I don't impose them on other people. I don't talk those subjects with other people because they're personal opinions. I don't like people that politicize everything, so you won't be seeing that here at all. You can count on that. Where am I from in the U.S.? I'm from New York. I live on Long Island. That's about as accurate as I'm going to get. I know, obviously, if you want to know where it is, you could figure it out. I'm just not going to fully disclose it and put it out there. Beautiful area. I grew up here in Long Island, born and raised. We considered moving at one point, me and my wife, when we first got married, but we decided why. So we're staying out here, and now we've got a lot of roots going home, our boys, family. Glad we stayed. Couldn't raise these 2 boys really without family. They're really tremendous. So that leads me to the next one. What do I work as? And that's by X Clause X, XX, all over the place, X's. What do I work as? How do I explain this? Basically, I'm an automatic gate technician with my best friend, Diggs13, who you may or may not see on the channel every now and then, but you'll probably hear me mention things about him. He runs a company that basically installs and services automatic gates. Like I said, I live on Long Island. I live pretty far out east. If you're familiar with the geography at all, there's a lot of money out here. A lot of money from Manhattan, Wall Street, hedge funds, that kind of thing. And a lot of them have automatic gates on their estates. Big market out here, and it's a lot of money. It's expensive. A lot of these guys have security issues, things like that. Last year we did a gate for Madonna. Just a couple weeks ago we serviced the gate for the owner of the Jets. Just a couple off the top of my head. So, you know, we get some high rollers, high profile people, but those guys aren't the people that are impressive, though. I'll tell you that right now. The hedge fund guys. Kids, if you're in school, you're good at math, that kind of thing, go into hedge funds. Good Lord, they make some money. Anyway, what we do, basically, we do hydraulics, we do sensors, we do, I don't know, Dick13 can probably explain this better than I can. I've only been known it 3 years. You think I could explain it, but I'm trying to make it sound as cool and as sexy as I can. But the truth is, it's a job. I'm very grateful for it. It helps pay the bills, obviously. It's a good job because I get to get my hands in a lot of different things, being welding, metalwork, woodworking, electronics. You know, we got circuit boards, sensors, security issues, things like this. So we're always kind of doing something different. You're not doing the same thing over and over and over again. But it is a job, and sometimes, unfortunately, I do wind up with a shovel in my hand, and we have to dig a trench across the driveway. They don't pay you to do fun stuff very often, so it's usually, you know, if you're collecting a paycheck, it's work. I like it. I don't see myself going anywhere really, but whoever knows what the future holds. You know, I don't know. So that's what I do. The next question. Oh, it's a riveting question by Joettes. Button and zip or zipped and button? And I mean, this is the proverbial. I mean, this has been debated since the Bible, I think, right? Button and zip or zip and then button. I have to say, I'm a button and zip guy, I guess. I never really paid much attention to it, Joettes. Thank you for asking. Hobbies other than gaming, don't really have any right now. That's mostly due to kids. But before kids, it was a lot of things. Like the golf, like to be sports, things like that. I was huge into poker. We like to, for a while there, we like to brew our own beer. I like to make things. I like to learn things. I like to do things like that. I mean, other than that, I mean, I live on Long Island, go to the beach. I'm not really a beach guy, but I do enjoy it. Gosh, I know I'm probably forgetting things. I'm a pretty boring guy. Mostly now it's gaming because that's in the house, and it's once you have the setup and everything, it's relatively inexpensive, which is nice. But back in the day, say before kids, I mean, we like to go out, obviously, socialize. But now it's mostly gaming and spending time with my kids. That would be the big ones right now. Another question by Hambone7217. Do you shoot in real life? Or have you ever been hunting? I have shot in real life. My buddy Diggs has a couple guns. We like to go to the gun range, shoot off some ARs, AKs. He's got some cool stuff. I wouldn't say I do it often. I enjoy it. I wouldn't say I feel a need to do it often. Sometimes it's good to blow off some stress, throw a couple rounds downrange, absolutely. I don't own any guns. My wife is very uncomfortable around guns. She, you know, when you move in with someone, you obviously have to discuss things like this. She's very uncomfortable about them. Didn't want them in the house. I was okay with that because I wasn't that big on it. I didn't have a need to have guns in the house. I mean, I have a couple shotguns and things like that, but I don't really have a gun in the house. And especially we knew we were going to have kids and things like that. Now I've kind of wanted to re-examine this, and we've kind of had some talks about it because as a father now, I feel a bigger need for security and being able to defend my family. I'm not so much, I don't know. I go back and forth. I feel an urge, but it's not an overriding urge. But if I do one of these videos in a year now, you might get a different answer. I'm not 100% sure. Then again, if I do have guns in my house, I don't know if I'd tell you. So, I don't know. As I get older, as I get to be a father, and not for nothing, and I don't mean to sound like a lunatic, as the economy gets a little iffier, I kind of feel a little bit of a need to maybe have one. Because I just don't want to ever be in a situation like, damn, I wish I had one, at least to just stand on my front porch and scare somebody away. But let's hope it never comes to that. I don't think it will. But, you know, these are the things that keep you in bed at night when you have 2 sons and a wife laying next to you, I guess. Have I ever been hunting? No, I haven't. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd run around with a BB gun trying to shoot birds and nonsense like that. But no, I'm not a hunter. I'm not a hunter. I don't want to sit here and say I disagree with hunting or anything like that. I don't see a need for it. I'd rather just probably go hunting with a paintball gun to get the get the satisfaction of knowing I could have killed that animal, but didn't have to. But then again, out here we have a large deer problem, so I understand that you have to bring the numbers down, so to speak. So there's all kinds of issues there. But no, I am not a hunter by any means, and I don't know that I ever will be. How did I meet my wifey? That was by Skriak. How did I meet my wife? I wish I had a romantic story, and we've always joked that we were going to come up with a very good story for this before our children got old enough to ask the question. Bottom line, we met really, really drunk at a bar. After a really big party out here at one of the clubs out here, kind of party club places out here, we kind of met after that at another bar in very rare form. It turns out we had a lot of mutual friends, and it's one of those things where once you meet someone, then you find that you bump into them a lot. For me, it was obvious right from that first meeting that she was trouble, and by trouble I mean I was very much enamored with her. I don't say love at first sight. Definitely lust at first sight. But she intrigued me, and that was rare for girls. Girls tended to bore me. Once I got to know them, I'd kind of be like, not this one. And that's why she's my wife. We've been together about 8 or 9 years now. Married for 6 just last week. So best thing that's ever happened to me by far. She definitely keeps me in line and motivates me to do a lot of things. I wish it was a better story, but that is, we were 24. That's what we did then. We went out, we worked, we went out and drank, and like I said, we had mutual friends, so it was kind of a matter of time before we ran into each other, and it's probably good that we did it at the time we did. Had we met earlier, we might not have hit it off. We were two very different places. How did my earlier school go? This is a continuation of the same question by Skriak. How did some of my earlier school days go? Girlfriends. How was I? How hard I worked? What did I enjoy? All right. Earlier school. I love school. I was one of these people that, never had a problem with high school. I always fit in all right. I was never crazy. I never had issues that people always have this high school angst. I didn't have that. I enjoyed high school. I had a good set of friends. Ironically enough, I'm not really in touch with them that much anymore, aside from Facebook, of course. Girlfriends, was not a womanizer by any means. I was pretty shy, pretty withdrawn guy. I know I'm doing videos here now. I don't seem it, possibly, but I am. I'm still even now. Out in public, I'm pretty shy. A little bit of a hermit now as I get older. But how hard I work. This is, if I'm talking to you guys are still in school, and if I can get one message through to you, work hard. There's no reason not to. School is not that hard, guys. What's hard? Real life. Real jobs. So work hard to get the best job you can so that you can take it easy later. I know you're probably not going to listen to me. I didn't listen to people when they said it to me then, but for some reason I can cut through to one of you. Work. Go to college, get good grades. Why not? Prolong that school experience, because real world, real life is not something to rush into. I wish I did go to college. I should have gotten degrees and never got the actual piece of paper. Wish I did. I hope that I'm in some place in my life at some point where I can go back and finish that. Who knows if it ever will. The next question by Kyle is awesome 555. How old will your children be before you let them play M-rated games? That's a very good question, and the truth is I just don't have an answer for you right now. I haven't been in a position where I have to think about that. I do think about my son. A lot of times he's over my shoulder, and he'll be watching me. I don't play Battlefield in front of him, but he might watch me edit, and that's I've made some jokes. I've heard him literally say some of the sayings like frag out and things like this, so I know he hears it. So that does worry me. He absorbs it, so I've even cut that out now, or I'll do it with no sound. I joke, because if I have my buddy Dave over the winter, or he's playing or whatever, I just tell him we have a no knifing rule, because shooting bullets at people, sorry, I apologize for the dogs, I can't quiet them down right now. We don't knife, because I don't want to see him stabbing somebody in the throat, that kind of thing. Let them play M games. I don't know if I'm going to just blanket M games. I'm going to just, I'm an active gamer. I know the games. I'm not like an absent dad where he's not going to know what these games are. I need a rating to tell me. But it's going to be a game-by-game basis. I can't wait until my oldest, who's 3 now, 3.5, I can't wait until he games. I've already, he's on the iPad, iPhone, all that stuff. We've done the Wii a little bit. Obviously I'm going to start there. And but as far as M-rated games, I don't see it very soon, because I just don't see a need for it. To me, I grew up on Mario, I grew up on Zelda, I grew up on Excitebike. These are great games. You don't need FPS shooters. It's just not necessary. There's enough else out there for them to play. And when they do play M games, I'd probably be playing them with them. So I feel like that will help curb it and help them understand some of the overtones and things like that. But that's a good question. It's one I'm definitely going to have to sit down and really analyze in the coming years, and probably sooner than I think it is. This one is from Jouettes. Your favorite adult beverage. So I know what to order for you when you finally knife Admiral. Yeah, I still haven't got him. These questions are from 2 weeks ago. I still haven't got the bastard, And he's going away soon, so it's going to be a couple weeks before I even get a chance. My favorite beverage, I'm a beer guy. Can't you tell? Like I said, I like to brew beer back in the day. I don't do it so much anymore. I'm a beer guy. I like new beer. I like trying new beer. My wife has got me in the Beer of the Month Club, all that stuff. So, if you gave me a whole assortment and I've had most of them, I would pick the one I don't know. I'm going to try it. That's how I am. But as far as beers go, I like microbrewed, like locally brewed stuff. Darker the better. I'm not a light guy, not a hop guy. This guy, if you guys are into beer, you know what I'm talking about. Aside from that, I like the occasional cocktail. Not really a wine guy. Trying to become a wine guy. I live in a little bit of Long Island's wine region, so it's kind of silly that I don't drink it. But I'm a beer guy. That's pretty much what it is. Used to be back in the day, you know, beer and a shot, but not so much the shots anymore. Can't handle it. The next morning is brutal. And Jose Enriquez 123 asks, what do you do when you're not working, not playing video games, and not with your kids? What do I do when I'm not working, playing video games, or with my kids? Sleep. That's my day. I'm up at 6. I'm out of the house by 7. Diggs will tell you I'm a little after 7. Work until, you know, whenever, 3, 4, 5 in the afternoon. I rush, get my kids from daycare, take care of them. By the time I get them down to bed, usually my oldest goes to bed around 8:30. My wife gets home around 9. Spend a little time with her. Maybe if I'm lucky, I get on and I game. Probably longer, usually longer than I should, or I work on YouTube videos. And I go to bed. She's usually already asleep. I go to bed. I read for about a half an hour, and that's it, man. That's it. I'm not complaining. I love my kids. I love my wife. I like spending time with them. I wish there was a little more free time. I'm not going to lie to you. But even if I did have more free time, I don't know how much I'd let gaming take up of that. I think I need to find a little more balance in my life. I need to get out more. I think me and my wife would both agree to that. And I'm going to wrap up this video with these very, you know, depthful, digging questions, with one by Catalan 20120, boobs or ass? I mean, isn't that one of life's great questions? I don't know. Honestly, truthfully, I'm a face guy. She's got to be cute in the face. It's got to be something I want to look at. Then I will check out the body. I don't really know that I have a preference. They have to be. This is going to go way too far, probably. I apologize, ladies. It's just got to be proportioned. I'm not one of these the bigger the better guys. Definitely not. I enjoy a fit woman. Doesn't mean she has to be supermodel scrawny either. It's got to be proportioned. Got to be proportioned. Pretty face. I'm good to go. So, but I'm already good to go. I got my wife. So what does it matter what I like? So there you go, guys. That's going to be the personal side of the Q&A. If you have some more questions, fire them away. I'll log them along. I'll do another video in a couple weeks. I'm probably going to cut this, record another one with the gaming side, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's run a little long, almost 20 minutes, but I like to talk, and that's your fault for asking me questions that I can talk about. So I hope you learned a little bit about me, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments, all right? Take care, guys.